DriveX and Flexi's X have been around for a while, but let's be honest, not everyone can run these games smoothly on their devices. So, don't worry, because today we've got you covered. In this video, we're diving into some awesome BeamNG-inspired games that work perfectly on low-end devices. So, without further ado, let's get started. Car crash racing takes things to a whole new level by throwing you into a world of realistic crashes, Russian villages, and crazy stunts. What makes this game so cool is the mix of retro and modern cars. You can pick anything from a basic Russian sedan to a sleek sports car. Plus, the maps are super detailed, giving off a unique vibe with those classic Russian streets. I had a blast testing out the different modes. The derby mode is pure chaos. You've got to destroy as many rivals as you can while avoiding getting wrecked yourself. Then there's the mega ramp mode, which had me sending my car flying and seeing how much destruction I could cause. The best part? The crashes are super realistic. Cars crumble, parts fall off, and the whole thing feels so satisfying. And yes, it runs perfectly on low-end phones, too. CarDamage Simulator 2 is the game you need to try. This one's all about car destruction with some of the best crash physics I've seen on mobile. Whether you're driving sedans, SUVs or muscle cars, the game makes every collision satisfying with its Unity soft body physics. I mean, seeing parts like doors and hoods flying off during a wreck never gets old. What I love about it is the freedom to go wild in an open-world sandbox. You can mess around with ramps, crash into rival cars, or simply push your driving limits. The game looks great, too, and it works smoothly even on low-end devices, which is a huge win. Simple car crash might sound, well, simple, but there's something seriously fun about taking a car for a spin and then smashing it to pieces. The damage system in this game feels so real, it's like the car is actually falling apart in front of your eyes. The physics are on point, too. Every bump, crash, and dent feels believable, and it's pretty addictive watching the suspension bounce around. What I really enjoyed here is the variety. You can drive different cars, and both the interiors and exteriors look great. The testing ground is where all the magic happens. It's like a playground for destruction. You can throw your car around, push it to the limit, and watch how it all unfolds. CrashOut gives you a chance to go head-to-head with other players while causing as much chaos as you can. There are over 15 cars to choose from, and each one has its own look and upgrades which keeps things fresh. Whether you're into pickups, SUVs, or luxury rides, there's something here for everyone. One mode I couldn't stop playing was the Demolition Derby. It's wild. Your job is to wreck everyone else's car before they can get you. And if you feel like slowing things down, the free mode is a chill way to drive around, pull off stunts, or earn rewards. The crashes are super detailed, from smashed windows to cars catching fire after taking too much damage. Real Car Crash Online. This game is a wild mix of crashing cars, racing, and even ramp jumps. The multiplayer mode is a blast, especially when you're competing with friends to see who can pull off the craziest stunts or survive the longest in a derby. I tried out so many different vehicles, from old classics to shiny supercars, and every one of them looked amazing. One of my favorite things here is the attention to detail when you crash. The cars don't just dent, they break apart piece by piece. Watching the hood, doors, and even the wheels fall off is so satisfying. The missions are fun, too, with plenty of challenges to keep you hooked. And if you're worried about performance, don't be. It runs like a dream, even on phones with BeamDrive Ramp Jump is like the ultimate playground for anyone who loves crashing cars. It's packed with crazy features like ramps, crash test modes, and even hydraulic presses. I spent way too much time launching cars off ramps and seeing how far I could send them flying. The destruction is insane. A car can get completely wrecked and you can see every little detail in the damage. What's even cooler is the variety of vehicles. You've got everything from old-school classics to shiny sports cars, and they all handle differently, making each crash unique. And if you're into stunts, this game lets you drift, park, or test your driving skills in all kinds of wild scenarios. It's so much fun watching your car get torn apart, and with smooth performance even on lower-end phones, this is a must-try for Crash game fans. If you've ever wanted to experience what a full-on collision would look like in slow motion, this is the perfect game. This one focuses on realistic crashes with a mix of domestic and foreign car models. You'll feel like you're watching an action movie as parts fly off and cars crumble with every impact. I love trying out the different vehicles. Each one reacts a little differently depending on the speed and collision force. The game really shines when you're pushing the limits. The detailed effects like explosions when you hit barrels make it super satisfying to cause chaos. Plus, there's a good variety of cars to choose from, so you're not stuck with the same old thing. Whether you're casually smashing into stuff or trying to nail that perfect crash, BeamNG Original is like having your very own crash testing facility in your pocket. It brings an amazing level of detail to car destruction. I spent hours sending different cars into walls, ramps, and obstacles, watching them twist, crumple, and completely fall apart. The physics feel so real that every crash has a unique outcome, which kept me hooked. There's a solid variety of vehicles to choose from, including classic Russian cars and modern rides, which keeps things interesting. One of my favorite parts was the sandbox mode. It gives you complete freedom to mess around with crashes and stunts however you want. Plus, the derby events add some competitive flair if you're in the mood for a challenge. It's one of those games where you can lose track of time because there's always something fun to try. Demolition Derby Mad Car Crash is a total smashfest. It throws you straight into chaotic arenas where it's all about destroying your opponents before they get to you. I had so much fun picking from the crazy selection of vehicles, everything from muscle cars to buses, and yes, even a monster truck. The game's destruction physics are on another level. Every hit feels satisfying, with cars denting, bashing, and parts flying everywhere. The arenas are super intense, and I loved how each one has its own vibe. You'll definitely need to keep your wits about you, though, because the AI doesn't hold back. And if you're feeling not simple car crash, and this one is an absolute must-play if you love realistic destruction. The game focuses on soft body physics, meaning every crash feels super lifelike. You can see the car crumpling, parts breaking off, and even the suspension reacting as you slam into walls, other vehicles, or obstacles. What made this one so fun for me was how detailed the damage system is. It's not about random dents. Everything feels like it's reacting to how you drive. Whether you're speeding through a test track or intentionally crashing into barriers, the game keeps you entertained with how satisfying it all looks. It's also really smooth, even on phones with 1 GB or 2 GB of RAM, so you won't have to worry about lag ruining the fun.